Word.
No, I got a couple of things from the planning board. Up in Carmel Run, when you go up there now, there's no lights in there at all, street lights. And they feel if they're gonna get a hotel up in there, and people are gonna walk down to, whatever there, for breakfast or dinner or something at night, that they should have a lighting district of some type up in that area. Also, we got one hotel going in that is going to have a banquet hall, and they only have parking for 64 or 66 cars for the banquet facility. There's 100 and so many cars in there.
I believe that problem's been resolved. They've got more room or something.
Well, anyways, their thought was bringing no parking on the roads up in there. Which, you know, if you had people parking on both sides of the road, you aren't gonna get fire equipment.
I think we're gonna have to wait though until this
Yeah,
thing's
well,
actually.
let's not overreact here. Let's see if they can get it under control first. I think that they're gonna have more than enough room up there.
Wait, that's something to think about.
Something we gotta take into consideration though, because if we're impacting too many, you know, if we're impacting those people, we gotta try to do some preventative things to, you know, preserve their quality of life there.
Okay, also on retention ponds, but I found something in the code book today, but I couldn't. I went tonight
Excuse
and
me.
I couldn't find it again about the ponds.
Vern, will you talk into the mic,
Oh.
please?
Okay.
Thank you.
About the retention basins and the fences around them. Now, I did find where, someplace in there where the retention basins are supposed to have a 4-foot fence on a 1 and 2 pitch down in, but I couldn't find it again. But we're gonna have to make a decision if we're gonna require fences around all of these ponds, or no fences, or who's gonna maintain the fences. I mean, this, you know, we're getting more and more of them in the town, and we gotta come up with some decision on what we're gonna do with them.
Are you volunteering to take on a new project?
Haven't I got enough? But I'll find it in the book where it is in the code about the retention basins and the 4-foot fence. So if it's in there, I think we're just gonna have to make sure the code is enforced.
We'll change the code to see, you know, get a consensus of opinion, see if we have to change anything.
But I think that the retention basins should be governed by the builder, or the developer. And
You mean they
they
should
should maintain them. I don't think the town should maintain, we'll have to maintain the inside, because we've made them put the runoff in, but who's gonna maintain the fences, who's gonna maintain cutting the grass around them,
I don't have a problem with that. You and I have
So-
talked about it.
so,
I don't have a problem with that one.
that's what I have.
As far as the lighting district, I'd just like to make it very clear that if anyone comes in for any lighting district between now and next year, it will not be put in until 2009 because there is not sufficient funds, I am saying that correctly, to put streetlights in prior to when you pay for them.
And I'd just like to add too that the proper procedure to do that, there's a very specific procedure in the town law that requires a significant number of the property owners in the area that requests the lighting to sign a petition and present it to the board before the board can consider anything.
Plus, I think being that the planning board would have more than enough latitude or ability to request lights from each commercial developer as they go along.
Well, I feel that they should be too.
That's
But it was brought up that it is very dark up there, and people throw trash all over up there.
Well, unfortunately, they throw trash everywhere.
Recently, we had a recommendation by the planning board on one project to actually leave one side of a pond, one of the detention ponds, without fencing because it abutted up against a wooded area. So I mean, those are things that we need to, you know, it's kind of a case-by-case basis a lot of times. Isn't that right, Gary?
Yeah, that is right, Jim, and I was saying to Heather, the one thing you have to consider too, you have to consider the different types of detention bases when you're looking residential and commercial. What Vern, I believe, is talking about is that a lot of the stuff coming in front of the planning boards, the Walmarts, that sort of thing, where you have a private developer. You need to understand that your residential subdivisions, the developers go away and those facilities do become the town, just like the sewers and the roads and everything else. So there's a difference between privately owned detention basins and the others, which I think if you're gonna look at standards or what you're gonna do, you have to make that
distinguish
decision.
between those two.
It's not gonna be automatic that a developer's gonna maintain a fence because a developer in a residential subdivision sells the land and he's gone. I mean, if you're gonna do that, it's gonna be tricky and stuff.
Right.
That'll be Heather's problem, to figure out how to do that.
Gee, thanks, Gary.
Anything else, Maureen?
No,
Charlie?
I just wanted to make mention of a memo that we got here that Jody Rogers gave us regarding training, partnership training with the garage guys on some safety issues, and I think that's just another way that we can save money. Partnerships and working together with people, parts, that's a small section of consolidation. Thank you very much.
Billy?
Yeah, and I thank you, Don, for the kind words when you gave it to me, but I'd also like to make it known that I've also worked with Anita Barnello to maintain a contact with these seniors so we know exactly which ones we need to address as the time draws closer. I mean, we've got less than a month here to get them, and we're doing it day by day. We go through these application forms, the ones we haven't turned back in, and we're gonna be making phone calls and we'll be doing personal home visits.
Jim?
Nothing else tonight.
Wow. Terry had said nothing. I don't really have anything either, but I'd just like to thank everybody for participating in Jody's programs, Snowflake Festival, all that. You guys did a great job for one year. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to
We made Jim come.
Yeah, I got the caricature on my refrigerator of James and I, so.
We had a
he
lot of
likes it.
compliments on the program and some additions that we had this year, especially the caricature is, we'll be back next year.
Okay, good job. No further business, meeting adjourned.